Park Practice 4, the moment of truth. Here is your opportunity to grade Park Practice 4. And as you know, this time you were doing this on paper. You didn't have to print it. So here we go. First thing you need to do is make a fraction right here. So make yourself a fraction. Let's see, let's us make a fraction, and we'll make it in a text box. And so when you make your fraction, you're going to make the fraction line. And I'll make mine too. Here we go. Make your fraction line first, and of course it's just a straight line, and then go down underneath the line. All you can do right now is make a denominator because you don't know how many the person got right yet, but you do know how many are possible, and that's 2. There are 2 points on this. So make a fraction that has a denominator of 2. Okay, and let's go ahead and grade. So you're going to question 1. It's worth 1 point, and the question says, plot the point that shows 5/6 on the number line. Of course, they mean 5 parts of 6. So we know that's a fraction, 5 parts of 6, and that can't even be 1 whole because it's a fraction. So it couldn't be over here between 1 and 2. We know 5 parts of 6 is going to be on this number line somewhere. So let's count it. Let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts here. They want you to plot 5 parts. That's right here. So you would put your point right here to show 5 parts of 6. If the person has their point right here and they've made a point, then they got it right. Give them 1 point right here with a check. Go down to number 2. Here we go. Jana gets a sticker for every 5 minutes she spends on her chores each day. She puts them on a picture graph as shown, and they've given you a pictograph right here. And then they give you an answer here that you're going to need to use later. This is a weird 2-part question. So let's see. The other part of information we get is Jana spends a total of 130 minutes. I am going to highlight. I can't. Jana spends a total of 130 minutes doing chores during the week. Complete the picture graph to show how many stickers Jana gets on Friday. Okay, this is a pictograph. How much does the star stand for? The star is 5 minutes. So each star on the graph stands for 5 minutes. We know that Jana spends 130 minutes all week, and we know that so far she's done this many minutes worth. So let's count how many minutes she's spent so far. Jana has spent 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. She has spent 95 minutes. Let's go down here. Let's make ourselves a scratch box to write in. You probably already have scratch paper. We know she has spent 95 minutes because we counted. So we know she's spent 95 Monday through Thursday. We don't know how many minutes she has spent on Friday, but we do know that she spent 130 minutes all week. So how could we figure out how many minutes are left on Friday? Any clever ideas? And I just heard somebody say, hey, how about if we take 130 minutes, the 130 that we know, how about if we subtract the 95 minutes from that? Go ahead and subtract 130 minus 95. You do it on your paper because I can see that a big is on the bottom. You're going to have to go next door and borrow. You've got 10 minus 5 is 5. You turn this into a 2, and it's 112 minus 9 is 3. Aha! There are 35 minutes left, so that means she spent 35 minutes on Friday. Now you have to make your 35 minutes, so count your stars. Each star equals 5, so you're going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. How many stars do you need to make 35? You need 7 stars. If this person got the answer right, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars here to show 35. That's worth a point. Check it off here. And then go back up to your top and score it. If they got one right, they have a 1 out of 2. If they got 2 right, they have a 2 out of 2. And if they missed them both, it's a 0 out of 2. This one was tricky. Both of these were tricky. So don't despair if you missed them both, but see how they look, because next time this comes up, you will know how to do it.